Lamar. Yeah. Oh, what's the trending topic? Who got the ears to the gossip? Which radio station is the hottest? And if it's sweet like honey, then I got it. If you don't tune in, then you're wrong. Honey Closet know what's really going on. So tell me something good, tell me something good. You better turn up the volume in every hood. Which clubs really poppin'? Who clothesline rockin'? Which show should I be watching? Redbone pretty, let the world know. And if it's sweet like honey, that's my girl show. Biggie Beats, turn the volume up. Chuck B, turn the volume up. J-Dub, turn the volume up. DJ, turn the volume up. Honey Claus. Honey's Claus. Honey's Claus. Honey's Claus. Honey, 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 honey's Claus. Honey, 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 honey's Claus. No one else to listen to, check her elegance. Sick of all them weak shows, here's the medicine. Kept their ears to the streets, true veterans. This is Marge's favorite damn show. I tried telling them it's about to go up. Stairways, my girl Honey on the motherfucking airways. It's about to go up. Stairways, my girl Honey on the motherfucking airways. Turn up, East Coast, turn up, Japan, turn up, Motherland, turn up, Europe, turn up, South America, turn up, Australia, turn up, whole world, turn up.
Honey, 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 honey. Lee's not here to do his honey part. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, welcome to Honey's Closet, live from thepowerofvoices.com. We are live on Facebook from The Power of Voices, YouTube, The Power of Voices. We are live on Facebook, Miss Radio Host, and YouTube, Honey's Closet. That's a lot to remember, but that just means that you can literally find us anywhere. So today, Lee Michaels is out on assignment. And so today I have joining me, being my engineer / you're gonna co-host with me, right? You're not gonna leave me hang, right? Milan.
Hello.
Oh, here's your mic. There you go. Is that the right one?
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. So what's going on? How you doing? It's been a while.
I'm good. Oh yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't been here. I kind of co-hosted one time, partially, but you had
should put the camera on you.
So, oh yeah, I can flip it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm good. I'm good. It's good to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here because we have a doozy in the Closet Talk. We have a really doozy, and I would love to get a younger perspective of this email question I got for today.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, guys, welcome to Honey's Closet. We have a lot to do before we get into the Closet Talk, and I'm just going to give you a hint. Tonight in the Closet Talk, I'm gonna tease you. It's midget sex. Midget sex. Yeah, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. So stay tuned. 8:30 Closet Talk is coming up. But before we get into the Closet Talk, we have so much to cover really quickly. So, first and foremost, last week on the show we have a mop award and a broom award. So a mop, really quickly, is a person. We call people mops. Okay. Like, what's up, mop? It's like a term of endearment. It's like saying, "What's up, bitch?"
Okay.
Whatever,
That's
right?
Cool. I like that.
Okay, so we decided to turn into an award, and the mop award is given to someone who we thought did amazing this week, or whoever we thought just stood out for the week. And then we have the broom award, where we just sweep your ass out the closet. Okay. Swept out, okay? So last week, because the show was muted, because someone muted the whole microphones, they couldn't hear anything, so they didn't hear. 48 minutes of the show was not heard.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So we're going to do our mop award again this week, and it goes out to a dear person, friend who passed away. Some of you guys may know her. She was a contestant on The Voice in 2017, Janice Freeman. She passed away unexpectedly March the 2nd. And so we give the mop award to her for everything she's accomplished. She was battling lupus, cervical cancer. She did The Voice. She fought. But she died of she got sick, got pneumonia, and had a blood clot and died.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Janice. So this mop award, and it's a term of endearment. And I have called her a mop before. Some people say, "Oh, she's dead. You call her a mop?" No, I have called Janice a mop before. Everybody who I love and are dear to me are my mops. So, yeah, she gets the mop award. So rest in peace. Her services is March the 18th in Newport Beach. I will put that information on my page. But I don't know if did you ever watch The Voice?
I've seen some of it, but I'm not as tuned in as everyone else. My mom watches it. My mom like religiously watches it. So I'm sure my mom knows.
She probably knows exactly.
Yeah.
She's
100%.
Dark skinned, beautiful, bald head. I don't even know why she didn't win. When I tell you she has a voice like none other, I don't even understand why she didn't win. But
sad. It's always sad when you lose talent in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. But Janice, we're gonna miss you. Gone too soon, definitely. That was a hard one because, it's just one of those people that you just don't expect, like she was just so full of joy and always uplifting. So rest in peace, Janice. We had another death in the entertainment world. It was George Foreman's daughter. I think her name was Frida Foreman. Frida George Foreman, matter of fact. And she committed suicide. They believe she hung herself. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, she committed suicide. And then there was a Olympic cyclist. I have her name too. Kelly Caitlin. She 23. She committed suicide.
It's crazy how you can be so wealthy and so sad, right?
But money, they just let you know money does not make you happy.
Absolutely.
Money will not. Money alone will not make you happy. It will curb some things. I mean, somebody can give me $1 million right now. I could do some stuff for $1 million.
I could use like $3,000.
Right? Just right. Don't even get greedy. Give me $5,000. I can do some things with $5,000 right now. But it won't make you. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to extend your happiness. And you know what I'm saying? Longevity. It's not. You're going to need way more than that. So there's so many stars that are committed. Robin Williams. I mean, that really broke me down.
Yeah, that's another one of those crazy things because it's like, the expression they say the saddest people are often, the happiest. And that's like one of those crazy things like him or like, I'm not sure if you know about like Mac Miller, the musician who overdosed. He was really, really sad. But like all the people that encountered him and like anyone I've ever met that met him said he was like the nicest person of all time. So it's crazy how like people who are so sad can be like trying to bring so much joy to others, I guess, because they understand how it feels. Yeah. But it's just so like you don't see it coming because you expect the happiest people to be the happiest people.
Happiest people. Yeah. And it's horrible. It's just really horrible. And I can't imagine a person's state of mind that they can be in when they commit suicide. I mean, because to hang yourself, I mean, that's deep. I mean, any form of a violent suicide, like shooting yourself. There was a police officer in Pasco County, Florida, a couple of weeks ago, shot herself. I think it's like the third or fourth one this year in that police department alone. So it's just the suicide rate is jumping and it's scary. It's alarming. So rest in peace to all of those people. George Foreman's daughter, the Olympic, she was an Olympic cyclist. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks to hear that somebody's in that deep of a space in their life that it's so dark that they don't want to be here anymore. I couldn't imagine not.
Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine. But we also don't know what they're going through. Because you have something in your head has to snap to make you think, I just don't want to be here anymore.
Sometimes I feel like it can even be like the simplest things. I feel like it doesn't have to be dramatic. Like I've had like a couple friends who have dealt with like thoughts, and every time I've encountered it, it's always just been like stress from school or like anxiety about life, the social pressures that like life creates, and like not to say that those are any less significant than having some type of trauma, because I guess that can be a trauma in itself. Yeah. But it's just crazy how like it can be just like an everyday battle. It doesn't have to be like a big dramatic thing that like
it doesn't
can set people that way.
And you know what? You can go through illnesses and breakups and just really hardcore depression, and something if somebody stepping on your toes that sets you off.
Right.
Have you ever just got like been so angry at so many things? I have, and the smallest thing has set me off. And I'm like, you're blowing up over this yet? Because it just builds up.
Right.
it builds up. So the smallest thing can sometimes trigger.
That was like one of the things I had to learn as a kid with my mom, being at work all day and stuff like that, is you have to understand that sometimes it's not you, and it's just like built up anxiety of like life. And I just feel like, especially when it comes to the people you love, because you're the most comfortable with them, you might channel it towards them because you don't want it. You can't express it. You can't express it at work. You have to keep a game face. Like there's certain places, so like you end up kind of like you were saying, taking that like anger out on like the smallest thing. And it's just like, that's not where it comes from, but I feel like that comes from like a comfort of like, that's the only place you can express it. Not that it makes it better.
Right.
But nonetheless, I think that's maybe why.
Yeah. So, I was going to wait till the end of the show, but I'm going to do this now because I kind of feel like I want to get everything that's going to bring me down out early. So I want to pay tribute. My uncle passed away yesterday morning. He was battling 3 cancers. And you're talking about somebody who I didn't even know early on that he was dealing with 3 cancers. I mean, I didn't even know. He didn't look like it. He was a trooper, but it got him down within the last 2 weeks, and he went on hospice, and he passed away yesterday morning. And my cousin, which is his son, has co-hosted, is definitely a part of Honey's Closet. He hosted with me for about a year or so, until he had his hours changed. My cousin Q9. So he's been here. You see pictures of me and him together. He wears dreads, big dude. The strongest dude you want to know and the sensitive dude you want to know. And so I know he's telling, I'm good, cousin, I'm good, I'm busy, but I know that he's not. I know deep down, I know him, that he's telling himself he's good, as you're supposed to. I dealt with this. My father passed away in October. Went on hospice. They gave him 3 to 6 months. He lasted 2 weeks. And he just had a congestive heart failure. So to watch someone you love just slowly, leave this earth is very, very hard. It's scary. It's hurtful. It's hard. And I will never, until the day I die, forget. What I watched my dad take his last breath. And I've heard stories of people, I've watched him take their last breath. And I'm like, how is, I can't imagine that. I literally got my dad out the bed and set him down, and he died. So I know my cousin is going through it. Our family. My uncle was one of those OGs, like everybody loved him. He was like, he shot knowledge to you. He would tell you exactly how it is. How your mom and dad might sugarcoat stuff. My uncle ain't sugarcoat nothing. He gonna tell you exactly how it is. And so he got his wings yesterday. And so my thoughts are with my cousin and the whole family, and I know that it's hard right now, but I do know that he's looking down, and he's probably saying, y'all get your asses off that couch and go live your lives. I'm good. So he said, I'm good. And I call him, I'm good, baby. I'm good. So may he rest in heaven. Well, his mom and my mom, he's with my mom now, everybody. So it's a party up there. So rest in heaven, Uncle Butch. So okay. I was gonna say that to the end. I thought I don't want to transition into being sad. You know what I'm saying? Because this one was kind of like shocking for me as well. So hey everybody on Instagram, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. 8:30, the Closet Talk. We have I'm gonna give you a little teaser. It's midget sex. So stay tuned. So we got another engagement in Hollywood. It's her 6th one. J-Lo got engaged, and she's engaged to A-Rod.
I know they got engaged. That's awesome.
Yeah, they got engaged on Sunday, I think. So they compared all her engagement rings, like from her very first marriage to all of her engagements, and literally every time the ring got bigger and bigger.
Jeez.
So she has a big old rock now.
So did she get married all 6 times, or did some of
the
engagements not work out?
Some of the engagements.
I know she married Mark Anthony.
She married Mark Anthony. She married some other guy. She married that dancer.
So like 4 out of the 6?
Maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, 3. Because she was engaged to Ben Affleck, and that didn't happen.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So, but get this. So A-Rod is supposed to be best friends with Jose Canseco, whatever his name is, the other baseball player. And as soon as they got engaged, he started dropping haterade. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, Jennifer, call me because A-Rod's been cheating on you with my ex-wife.
Ooh.
So the plot thickens. So it's like, my whole thing is, if he's been cheating on her, why are you just seeing something when they got engaged? Because the way they've been carrying on, you knew this was coming.
Right, yeah. I think everyone
So
knows.
now all of a sudden, it's supposed to be your friend?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. The timing, like, that's where you can't rule out pettiness because of the timing. It's like you're saying, like, if this is a genuine thing, then why are you waiting until, like, there's a very public engagement to try and, like, use this opportunity to leverage yourself or, like, just destroy them, which then leverages you. Like, your name gets in the conversation. Like they say, any press is good press, right? Even if it's bad. Like, by putting yourself in the conversation, you're trying to, whether you realize it or not, you're trying to better yourself. Like, there's a reason that you pick that timing, because you want that tweet to get 1 million retweets and everyone to go to your page and be like, oh, look what he said. Like, if this is something that you genuinely were just trying to handle, you were just called.
Or you would have called or just can't.
You use the internet. There's a reason that you do it publicly. It's because you want some type of public
or
accreditation.
Something. They want something. It's ridiculous. It's like, you come up now. Come on, dude. You're 100 years old. Now you're going to hate on their relationship.
Right.
And this is something, if he was cheating, that you should have called her yourself. But they haven't responded that I heard of. So either they're like, whatever.
Or she's mad.
Or she's mad. Well, she's doing interviews on tomorrow. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But.
You know, it's funny. I saw this picture on Twitter yesterday that it was Mark Anthony and J-Lo on the field at a Yankees game, and A-Rod had his shoulders over both of them, and it was like, your replacement's never far. And I was like, oh, man.
Oh, wow. Oh, well. We'll see what's going to happen with this. Speaking of engagements, Chance the Rapper married his longtime girlfriend. I believe her name is Christian Corley. That was cool, in Newport Beach.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw he posted this thread again on Twitter about how he met her, and it was at like a dinner party for their parents when they were 9.
Yeah.
And he like mentioned in a song that like he said, I kind of knew then, but I thought I was just a kid. So it's just kind of crazy to see one of those like childhood, like, oh, I'm gonna marry that girl, and then you actually marry that girl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him. And they look happy. I'm happy. I love to see people get married, and I just hope that they get married for them, it has to be the right reason. 9 years old, there has to be some real love there, because a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons nowadays. Oh, he got money, she got a big booty, let's get married. Like, so kudos to them. I love love. I love love. I hope that I get married one day. And you hear about Shaq opening up a restaurant? Shaquille's. But he's getting a lot of slack. I don't know how true it is, because supposedly he said everybody needs to leave Trump alone. Like he's doing a good job. I don't know how true that is, but that's what the rumor is being said, that he said that.
Ooh.
So, Shaq, it's not a good time for you to be supporting Trump. He opened up a restaurant. But yeah, he opened up a restaurant, so I got to get out there. I got to go check that out.
Yeah, it's right by Staples Center. It's like right by where they play the games. It's crazy. He definitely came up. It's like right in the little LA Live. I saw it.
So you seen it?
I was there last night, literally.
Oh, okay. You know what? I didn't
go to the restaurant, but I was in LA Live last night, and I saw it.
I've never been to LA Live.
It's cool. It's like, it reminds me kind of New York, but like a really, really like just concentrated version. Oh, it's cool. They've done a lot. They put a lot of money into it.
Yeah. Well, New York reminds me of downtown LA anyways, without the lights. New York has all the lights.
Right.
So if we got that, it would be New York, because we have the buildings and all the...
Albany is the subway.
Yeah. A major subway. The major subways and a lot of the stores down there. We have a lot of stores, though, but I haven't been to downtown in so long in that area.
Yeah. It's like commercialized. Like, that's the only downside. It's like New York, you still get like the little nitpicky, like little shops, and you don't really get that downtown.
I love New York.
Oh, me too. I used to live in New York, though, so I'm biased.
Did you see, when I first went to New York, I didn't want to go. I had no desires to go to New York or anything. I didn't want to go to New York. I was dating a guy, and he lived in New York, in Brooklyn. So I was like, I got to go to New York. I dreaded it. And I got there, I was like, I can live here.
Right? It consumes you.
So, and it's not what I thought, because I thought that people were going to be really bougie and snotty and mean, and they weren't. They're just real. So there's no fake smiles. Like, hey, how you doing? You need help? I'm going to help you. I'm not finna give you the fake smile.
None of that. Just you walk into a store here, it's, hey, how are you? You walk into a liquor store there, it's, So you buying something? Or
Yeah, what's going on?
You standing in line? Like,
yeah, what's going on?
What's up?
I remember I was standing there on a corner. The light was red. And so I stood there. And the guy goes, you don't live here, do you? I go, no, why? He goes, we don't stand at the red lights. Just cross. I go, but there he goes. The cars will stop for you. We own this. Go. And he waited for me. No fake big smile or just whatever. Keep it pushing. Don't be waiting here for this stuff. Come on, let's go.
And I said, look, it's just.
Yeah. So cool. It's cool though. I love it. It's so cool.
I had a Halloween my freshman year of college. My friends and I were male strippers because we were going to this college party, and we were like, time to put the abs out, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like 40 degrees because it's end of October in New York. And I'm getting on the subway, and this is like end of the night. So, college party, I'm a little out of my normal conscious self. And I just, like, from what I remember, this guy comes up to me, and he's like, yo, what do you do? Like, how do you not have a shirt on? It's 40 degrees. Like, are you tripping, bro? And he gave me a thermal long sleeve. I still have it to this day. Literally took a shirt out of his bag and was like, bro, you're bugging. Like, but not with any fake type of smile, like looking at me like I was crazy. Like, take this shirt before you freeze. So I don't know. It's interesting. People there are like, they're like mean, but it's not like, it's not like helpful nasty, mean. It's just like, what are you doing?
They're just kind of like, we just give you the real. This is what it is. This is, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to grin in your face. I'm not trying to, I don't need to be your friend. Just keep, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. And I would go to the same hotel every year, and the same people knew me. So it was like they were the coolest people. It just wasn't the added fakeness that you can sometimes get here with people.
Right.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Before we go into the closet talk and talk about our little midget sex, I love my Caucasian people. I'm just happy to see that y'all got some negativity in the news lately. So did you hear about Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin got arrested for, they got indicted on the college admission bribery. Is that crazy? Like, that's straight white collar crime.
It's crazy, but it's like, I'm a young black man who went to a prep school in Los Angeles with a lot of white kids, and I can tell you, like, there's probably 15 kids from my high school that went to USC, and only 3 of them made sense. And there was about 12 where I was like, really? No, don't get me wrong, like, they're cool people, but like, let's just be realistic. I was kind of like, it was interesting, especially with people I know who were, super hard, who didn't have that opportunity. And I don't know, when I saw this, the first thing I thought was, it makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
Like, it just makes sense. It's crazy, but it's so, like, I don't know. When you're, like...
I didn't even know such a thing existed.
That world is crazy. Like, the whole, like, school prep world, like, just with, like, boosting and the way they move athletes and pay people, like, there's a lot of money involved in education and sports.
Yeah.
There's a lot of under the table money.
knew sports, but education, I'm like, who's bribing? And I'm like, wait, what? Is this a movie thing or something? And then I read it, and I'm like, okay. It's kind of crazy. I'm like,
I don't know.
So she's like, what are you in jail for? Oh, I got my kid in USC. That's hardcore.
Right.
Crimes.
And I'm just like, you went that hard for USC? Like, Harvard bribing $1 million, I feel you. Don't get me wrong, USC is a great school. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. That's just, I saw one guy, they were saying in the indictment dropped like $1.2 million. That was one of the bribes. It's like, you had $1 million. You could fix part of Flint, Michigan's water with that money.
Thank you. Or the homeless here. So basically what happened is these people, stars, were paying these other people all this money to get their kids into schools and stuff.
Yep.
So forget working hard, getting straight A's, and doing what you have to do. My money's going to get you into school.
Basically, I feel like, so I bet you a lot of these kids didn't even know them. Probably I bet you their parents just set it up and made them think they got, I bet you a bunch of them are learning now that the reason they're in school is because they got paid.
I knew I wasn't that smart. Like, I knew I really wasn't that smart. So I was wondering, like, oh, my mom's in jail for getting me in school because she knew I was a dummy. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Well, you know what? I'm just happy to see that there's other people in the news besides us, because I'm sick of the R. Kelly stuff. Real quickly, I think he should go to jail. I'm not convinced that we shouldn't listen to his music anymore because his music has nothing to do with his crimes. There's all types of people out there that's doing movies and whatever else, and we still listen to their movie, watch their movies and listen to their music, and they're still walking the face of the earth. They're not even been indicted or anything. But he should go to jail. A part of me feels sorry for him because I know he was molested, like from what I hear, like really bad. But he should go to jail. Stop talking about him. Stop dragging him. I'm not going to lynch him anymore. He's let him go. Michael Jackson, y'all better back up. Oprah Winfrey, and I'm going to go ahead and give Oprah, she gets the broom, sweeping her out the closet. Shame on you. He's been dead 10 years. Let him go. Every time this came up, he was never found guilty. It's too late now. This Wade Robson, he needs to get his ass whooped. Like, dude, knock it off. You've been in the news. Every time there's an inkling of a chance to bring Michael Jackson down, he comes out and he says he's done something. He comes back and he said he didn't. They all are a bunch of liars. You don't know who to believe. Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years. I am never going to stop listening to Michael Jackson music. And I guarantee you half the world isn't. Over half the world isn't. So if you think he's guilty, that's fine. For those of you who think he isn't, great. He's dead. There's nothing we can do. And the only person who's going to suffer outside of his kids that are going to really suffer is his mom. His mother is old. Let her rest. Let her live out the rest of her days happy. You're going to bring, all this stuff up and it's just too much. Leave Michael Jackson alone. He's gone. He can't go to jail. But it's money, though.
Yeah.
It's money. Let's get some of that money. So, shame on them. Any comments or any...
I agree with you on everything you said. I have a sub point to your initial point about how it's nice to see, some other faces in the news. Mm-hmm. Did you know, because you're just talking about all the things that go on that we just let slide, and it's interesting that they choose these specific people to target. Woody Allen's wife, he adopted her when she was 8 from Vietnam, raised her, started having sex with her when she was 16, and is now married to her.
And he still makes movies, and he still gets awards, and he still prays. Roland Polanski.
And I'm not weighing one man's crimes against the other because they're both terrible, but I just don't understand how that's public knowledge, and
of course,
and that's not something that's addressed. How is that? How can I just Google that? Because my friend told me that, and I was like, I'm bullshit, and I immediately Google it, and there are 10 articles: USA Today, New York Times, Washington Post.
He raised his wife.
Yeah, raised her, adopted her, raised her.
Yeah. Roland Polanski is a movie director. Back, I think in the 70s, 80s, he raped a young girl. He left the country, so he avoided all charges. About 5-6 years ago, he did a movie, and one of the people who were supporting him was Whoopi Goldberg, and he won an award. And he could not come here to get his award because he's wanted, but he got an award. But you want to say we can't listen, we're going to take R. Kelly's music off the record. And man, Elvis Presley. Love Elvis. Love young Elvis. Skinny Elvis. Same thing. I mean, give me a break. I'm not saying that it's right, but you know how many men married younger women? R. Kelly. I mean, Elvis Presley did. There's a list of men.
Look at Jay-Z. Beyonce was 18. He was like 31.
They said she was younger than that.
Exactly.
There's other people out there. I mean, Tiger.
Yeah, literally.
Tiger. I don't want to say, I shouldn't say him because they might try to, that if he's black. But I'm just saying. So I think R. Kelly did some really despicable things. But I also think that some of those parents should be brought up on charges too because they're pimped their daughters out for money. One of the men the girl he peed on, he's still saying that ain't her. And still plays in his band to this day.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, well, you know what? It's about 8:34, actually. So, can you, that top one right there? Yeah, so now it's time to go into the closet talk. And, can you get it?
Got you. There we go.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
Volume up here.
Oh, you have to cut that down because if I don't, then it will, Can you guys hear that?
It's that time of night again. We talk about anything and everything. Where your darkest thoughts can hide. In my closet, you never know what you might see. So only the brave should enter.
All the money in the world couldn't even amount to a teaspoon of honey when it melt in your mouth.
All right, it's time for the What's up, Deep? My boy Deep is listening. Deep, we gonna talk about Deep. We got to get Deep inside the closet again. Deep, he's deep. Can sing his anus off. So welcome inside the closet talk. It's that time of night where we go into some dark, juicy stuff. So listen, I got an email, right? This girl, I wonder if she made this up or is this serious, but who knows in the world we're living in. So her and her boyfriend had like an argument over a threesome because she wanted to have a threesome and he didn't, right? So she said, I want to have a threesome. I think it'll better our relationship. Okay. So he decides, okay, let's do the threesome. He goes and gets, I think she wanted a girl. I'm not sure. I didn't understand that part. But he goes and gets the person for the threesome. And he goes and gets a midget, a guy, a midget, right? So he calls himself humiliating her by bringing the midget in, like, oh yeah, you're going to screw this midget, or we're going to get it in with this midget. Since you want to have a threesome so bad, right? So they bring the midget in, and she's just like, I'm not doing a midget, right? So the guy's like, hey, I'm just like any other guy, I'm just smaller. So I guess after some coaxing and everything and coaching and whatever, she decides, okay, we're going to do this. Well, unbeknownst to her, this midget is packing better than her boyfriend. So the sex turns from the boyfriend is completely left out, and her and the midget, like she said, the midget like ate the twat, just like turned her out. So now she's head over heels in love with this midget, and she wants to be with the midget. So the boyfriend is pissed off. They like had a physical fight. And I did tell her if he's physically hitting you, you know, that's not cool. But yeah, she goes, she's definitely like, want to be with the midget. But get this. This is the twist. Now, during this, I'm assuming during this threesome, they all had sex. She's in love with the midget. The midget wants her boyfriend.
Oh.
Okay.
Well then.
Yes. She's in love with the midget, but the midget, he didn't admit it at first, but he finally admitted that he wants the boyfriend.
And the boyfriend's not having any of it.
The boyfriend is not having any of it. And that's where I'm a little confused if they had sex. Because her letter was kind of like all over the place. Like she wrote the letter like she was hysterical. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one, what do you feel on bringing someone else into the relationship, like a threesome?
I'm just like,
Anna Marie.
I hate to admit it, but I probably have like the most sexist answer possible. But like, I'm probably cool with it if we're bringing another girl in this situation, but I don't know if I could like deal with bringing another man in with my girl. But like it's reversed for her, so that's why I'm like, okay, we just dead it at that. Like we just won't do it. But like I just couldn't see myself like interacting with like another man in the room like that, especially with him touching my woman. Like I'm not like controlling or territorial, but like that's my girl for a reason. Like we wouldn't be in a relationship if like there wasn't like some significant value to you being attached to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know, but at the same time, like if I had a girlfriend and we went to like Vegas and it was my birthday and she walked in like with like another girl and was like, "Happy birthday."
So it's okay for you touching another woman though.
And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. So that's where I'm like, I know I'm being like, it's a paradox, it's a double standard. So like, that's where I guess I wouldn't be with it just cause like, I'm fair. Like, cause I feel like my girl would be like, okay, if I can't do that, then you can't do this. And I'd be like, okay, well, then I guess I can't. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, but at the same time, like, older I get, the less like sex is like as significantly valuable in the sense of like when I'm 16, all I want to do is like, you know, get around and like see what I can do. And now I'm like
16.
16, 17, 18. You know, I meant when my hormones started and then moving on to now. I'm 22, so obviously I still have a lot of these feelings. Not as many as I did though when I was 16,
17, yeah.
Going through those puberty stages. So like the older I get, the more I'm like, like I really like enjoy like a woman whose company I enjoy. I like to talk to you, etc. And it's like sex is less significant. So I guess like I could see myself like in the right situation if things needed like a spice up, getting to the point where I could objectively see why that might like help. Only because that's not like the sanctum of like of everything to me anymore, like it was when I was 18 and I was just trying to get laid. Like now I'm like, okay, like I care about the emotional value, XYZ.
Well, that's shocking, but I applaud you because most 22-year-olds are still at that. I just want to hump.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not
don't get me wrong. I give my fair share of humps. I just like.
But most guys are not thinking about relationships at 22. They're like,
it's just I just want to. To me, it gets boring. I don't mean to like sound like pretentious or like I'm out here like in the field like hitting everything. Right. I don't mean boring like that where I've had so much sex like it's boring. Just like I don't know. I've had sex like with a girl that like I was very infatuated with, and I've had sex with a girl that I wasn't, and like I know which one I like better.
Right.
So I'd rather just be infatuated.
Because and let's make it clear. To me, sex is amazing when it's done with someone that there's chemistry with.
Absolutely.
Now, you can maybe have a one-night stand with somebody and you're just totally attracted to them, like, oh my God, I just, whatever. And then it could be the best sex ever. But when you get up in the morning, if it goes into the morning, it's like, why am I here? Right? And so I don't know. For me, personally, I don't do one-night stands. I don't do random sex. I never was really into, I've always was a relationship person. So I was like, okay, I'm in a relationship. But I've been in relationships where I shouldn't have been. And it was like a bad experience. And I've been in relationships where it's the feelings are, like this is it. And the chemistry was amazing, And there's also relationships that you can be in when you're head over heels in love and the chemistry's not that good. Sometimes you have to work on the chemistry. I think the chemistry can be worked on. The love has to be there.
I agree.
But for them, me personally, call me a prude. I don't know. I don't know a man who will want, especially another dude, because he brought the dude.
Right.
But he tried to humiliate her by bringing this dude in here. And who wants to see their woman with another man? Because if you bringing a man in, right?
Yeah. Especially, I don't know. I guess I understand his attempt at the joke, which makes the karma he got so much funnier. But I just don't, like you're saying, like, not to be like sappy and emotional, but it's like, I'm like, bro, like if that's really like, you're saying that's really your girl. Like, I don't care if it's a midget, man. Like, I'm not bringing no man to my house to do that. Like, you're tripping, bro. What?
When I read this, I felt so bad for her, but I could not help to laugh because I'm like, I could just see the little midget walking out like, yeah, I'm the man. He took his girl.
That's the one in the situation who's like feeling no pain. And it's no just pain. Like,
but he wants the dude. The dude doesn't want him. So I don't know if he's upset about that or he just wants to tap that ass. No pun intended. But
maybe he like was using the girl's leeway. Like he thought if he like tore it down, maybe he could, maybe create some interest from the boyfriend who was viewing.
If I was a man and I brought a dude in the relationship and his penis is big as mine, I don't know any other way a man can have sex, but I wouldn't want that big ass thing in my butt. So, yeah, but she said, and I don't know. I really don't know. I really should lightly here because I don't know if because you're a midget, your body parts are still smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to figure out if the midget was extremely endowed, or is the boyfriend just real little?
Right.
And the midget just came up with a nice. I mean,
True, yeah, basis of comparison. Because if you're dealing with something small your whole life, something medium size,
right,
is going to be big. Because what point of reference? Like,
yeah,
I understand. I like to think of it as he was packing. Like, I like to think of like the midget from Game of Thrones, Tyrion, just walking out with like the beard and his arms by his side.
Yeah, I just handled that shit, my dude. I just took your girl down, and I'm only 4 feet. Or
I'm just
like
he's
whatever.
so small, so like if it's big, it has to be like the size of half his leg, probably. Because like if it's what I mean, like he's already so close to the ground. Like
he said, so close to the ground. Like, dude, where you get that from? Yeah, I mean, when I read this, I was kind of like, what? So he gets mad at her. He decides to bring a midget into the threesome to get back at her. The midget comes in there and just turns shit out. Like, I'm finna just take everything. I'm just putting it down.
Right.
And she said, like, his oral game was better. He was packing. She was done.
He has a disadvantage, so he has to like make up for it in other areas.
I know. I'm gonna tell you something. God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. I would have to go without. I mean, literally, that's like having this on you, like this, for real.
Right.
What are you gonna do? Like, so I'm like, a midget. I'm not knocking midgets. Beautiful people. I just need somebody my size.
Right.
I need to see you. Right? Because if you're down yonder, I can't. I'm like, where are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where the hell are you?
Right.
And then if you're up here, okay, so how do you ride a midget?
I guess you kind of have to keep your hands on the ground and keep some separation, because if not,
Because I would kill a midget.
Right, like, yeah.
I'm a big girl.
Right.
I would kill a midget.
Maybe strong. He does a lot of push-ups, you know?
But he's so small. Like, I feel like if I sat on him, he would just disappear.
Right.
I don't want to... I don't know. But yeah, so that's what happened.
Quite a note.
Quite a note. And I kind of was like, when I first seen it, I just kind of read the beginning and I was like, and then something told me to go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back to it and I go, let me just read this. Like, this. And
it starts with like me and my boyfriend. So
yeah.
You think it's going to be
and
like...
it's the same thing. My boyfriend's cheating on me, or he wants to do threesomes. Because it said, the title, the subject line said, tiny threesome. And I was like, I don't hear about threesomes. Like, we hear about this all the time. Her boyfriend do a threesome. She's hurt. She's whatever. And something told me to go back to it. Like, the tiny. I was like, what does she mean, tiny?
Right.
And so I went back to it and I started reading. And I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Like, yeah. So, threesome for you, no.
Overall.
So you would if your girlfriend brought a woman into the thing.
Yeah, like if it was a thing where she like maybe she wanted it, she was like a little bit curious, you know, about
So you'd be
women.
okay with your girl being with another woman?
Yeah, as long as I'm just like, I'm not even as long as I'm cool with it. I'm just like, I guess I have to run the risk though that like she might get turned out too, like, you know.
So
what I mean?
how
Like,
would
she
you
might get
feel?
but like it's different because obviously like I have a penis and another woman doesn't, but like her head game might be better than mine, and she might be like, that's
that's
the greatest
enough.
orgasm
because
ever.
she can go get the biggest dildo.
Yeah,
and be like,
you'll be fine.
We'll be
Like,
fine.
Exactly. So
yeah. So if you really care about your girl, and I'm just trying to get a male's point of view.
okay.
So you really care about your girlfriend, right? Would it bother you to know, well, that if you're being intimate with another woman in front of her, even though she's saying she wants to do this threesome, I would have to think that watching someone you care about be with another woman, unless you're just super freaky,
Right.
could possibly kind of be like, oh man, he's like,
Yeah, see, I know a lot of people like with those situations. A lot of like the girls be like, okay, like you can like kiss her and she can like, you know, like please you, but like you can't go inside. Like there's certain, so like I don't know. It'd have to be something I had to talk with her, and I had to make sure she was cool. Just because, like, I don't want her to be uncomfortable. And it's like...
That has to be, like, so when it's all over you in the car, like, so did you like it? Are you feeling hurt? Like,
yeah, what am I supposed to say?
Like, yeah, it was good.
That was
she
fire.
was bomb. Then it's going to be like, oh, she's better than me. And then you're going to all these series of questions is going to cause conflict. I'm going to tell y'all, if you got a girlfriend, a boyfriend, be with them. Experiment with the
it's
sex.
a team effort thing. Like, you have to look at it like you and your significant other, like, painting together, or like...
As long as it's me and him.
Making clay together. It's like you guys taking this person and, like...
No.
Having that is, I'm trying to sell it.
You can't sell it to me.
Yeah.
It don't make no difference how you sell it. I'm not doing a threesome if I'm not doing a threesome if I didn't care about a dude. I'm damn sure not doing a threesome with somebody. First of all, let's get it straight. Hi, my son. My son's on here. I would never do a threesome. I just don't believe in them. I'm a little prudish when it comes to stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And if my dude came to me and said, hey, I want to do a threesome, you're not my dude no more. Because to me, you would only want to be with me. And I'm not perfect, but I do believe in certain Christian laws or godly laws. Like, we supposed to be together. It shouldn't be a third person. We shouldn't be bringing nobody in a relationship. We shouldn't be swinging. We shouldn't be cheating. We shouldn't be doing any of these things. So if I'm not good enough for you, and we can't sit down and figure out how to spice it up, then leave me alone. Because I'm telling you, my dude if I was in a relationship and my dude brought a girl in there, I'll shoot them both. Cut, pow, pow.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's just me. Not knocking anybody else. Because nowadays, anything goes in these relationships. People are swinging parties.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. That's like a whole different world. I can't even, it's hard for me to comprehend it. Like, that's just like a whole, I don't know. It's like kind of like when you come to that realization as you get older that like not everyone's like you and not everyone thinks like you. Mm-hmm. And you're sitting there trying to explain a concept that like just in your sense is like completely rational. And someone's sitting there and they don't get it. And you're like, how do you not think the same? I think it's just one of those things. Like some people just aren't intimate the same. Like that's just like a different
thing.
It's like, I don't know. It's just, I guess the thing about human life is like you surround yourself with people who are similar to you. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't know anyone like that. And I've never encountered that. So I'm like, I guess they're somewhere. I haven't met them.
Hey guys, if you have a topic you want to discuss, you want to listen to, you want us to discuss, hit me up, honey@honeyscloset.com. That's honey@HONEYS closet.com. We will discuss it. Doesn't matter what it is. Hit us up. So before we go, because I know you in the hip hop and everything, I know you got a lot working on your music. Give me your top 5 rappers.
Oh, jeez. No particular order. Andre 3000, Tupac, Nas, this artist named Capital Steez, rest in peace, from New York City, passed away in 2013. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I would throw like a curveball in there, probably Nate Dogg. Not on like rap level, but just like favorite rappers on music I love. Like that's the king of the chorus.
Yeah, Nate,
there's no voice like Nate is.
Nate is like one of a kind.
I'm from LA. Like I grew up on West Coast hip hop, like to my dad and like my mom. So yeah, that's probably Andre, Tupac, Nas, Capital Steez, and Nate Dogg.
Who out right now do you think is just walking away with the game? Like who's just holding it down?
I'm probably gonna go ahead and I'll give it to Kendrick, only because I think it's really hard in this day and age to be accepted by both hip hop purists and the mainstream. Like there's that constant debate between like new school and old school and mumble rappers versus lyricists, and I think Kendrick has like perfectly like found that balance for himself. And it's like every album he drops is still gonna do Drake numbers and go #1, but you're still gonna get like Nas to be like, wow, that was so eloquently written and like thought provoking and so I think he does like a good job. Him and
we got
Kendrick.
Meek Mill. Somebody said Meek Mill.
Meek. Yeah, I'll give Meek that too. I think Meek is like super cool. I think Meek has a platform now to sit on too, with prison reform and everything. Like I think he's...
And I'm really not a big. I don't know if it was when he came out. I don't know, but he just really didn't do it for me.
Meek.
Yeah.
Meek makes music for like athletes trying to go D1 and like people in the struggle trying to wake up and get after it. Like Meek is like motivation music. It's like he caters to a particular type of person, I think, but I think that's why he has such a strong fan base, because the people who do find motivation from it, that's like gospel. That's like, oh, that new Meek dropped. Like, I need that motivation for the streets. You know?
Yeah.
Like in Brooklyn, you only heard New York artists and Meek Mill playing out of everyone's car when I lived there. Literally, that was it.
Somebody said about Dave East.
I like Dave East. Dave East holding it down for New York. I think he's cool. Yeah, I think Dave East coming up. I don't know if he's just not. He hasn't hit that level yet. Like Meek and Kendrick and all them have like surpassed a wall from the underground. He's still kind of in that circuit of like being on the come up, but he's dope.
Okay, so we got 5 minutes. I want to ask you 2 more questions, and then I want to give you opportunity to promote your project. Okay. Team Cardi, Team Nicki.
Team Cardi. Why you being?
I freaking love Cardi. I didn't like her with the whole blood stuff, but then she kind of like you can't help but to like Cardi.
Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, like,
she's just like
cool. And it's just like I've never seen her like, unless provoked, blatantly just like be like rude and malicious. Like I feel like there's this like Nicki Minaj like kind of like shadow where she like it's like reminds me of like Cruella DeVille from 101 Dalmatians. It's very like.
And I kind of was liking Nicki for a minute. I'm going to tell you what did it for me with Nicki. There's 2 things that she did. She made fun of a girl in a wheelchair.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they said it was her friend, but it still was disrespectful. And then she said she was a new Harriet Tubman. When she said that, I was done.
To free the slaves?
What the hell? What have you done, Nicki? Who you going to lead somewhere? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I just don't like...
I think she pissed me off when your boy Travis Scott went #1 and she was #2. She had a fit blaming Kylie Jenner that she helped him get #1.
So mad.
Instead of just supporting your fellow artists and saying, hey, I was #1. They supported me. Let me support you. Congratulations.
You know how much I would kill to have the #2 album in the world right now?
Give me #5. Shit.
Right. Give me number 98. Give me the top 100. Like, I don't know. I understand, like, she's, like, competitive and all that, but, like, you have to make good music.
Right.
Like, make good music and it'll go #1.
It'll go, and sometimes you're going to fall off. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Okay, so I know you're working on some music, so tell us about your music, and I want you to tell me, in the process of doing your music right now, if I told you I can get you one artist that you can work with right now today, who would it be?
It would be Nipsey Hussle.
I was going to say, what about Nipsey? Congrats to Nipsey for freaking getting a Grammy nomination.
Hell yeah.
Freaking congrats to him.
And congrats to Nipsey, too, for doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Like, he's been talking about Victory Lap for 10 years, basically, like, all his mixtapes. He's been talking about that album. He said that album's going to be the one that takes, like, if you listen to all his early stuff, he literally tells you exactly what he's going to do, all the businesses he's going to buy, and he does it.
And he's doing it in the communities, and shout out to Nipsey.
So it'd be Nipsey just because I love my city, and that's a huge nod. You know, like, awesome. That would be, like, huge validation for me, like, in my hometown, and that's like at the end of the day, that's why I'm doing it, because I'm here and like I love it.
Cool. Okay, so go.
But yeah, for those that don't know, I'm an artist named Pharoah Santana. I got a mixtape called PS1 coming out early summer. We have the Moonlight video out right now on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. We're at 126,000 views. Thank the Lord. And yeah, I'm just a young creative. I act on a show called Fake News at Night on Facebook. If you guys want to check that out, we have like over 500,000 views on that. Shout out to the creator Brian and my boy Jay and Brett holding it down on that. And yeah, I'm just
Okay,
trying to be creative.
can you hook a sister up? Can you give me a shout out so I
That's
can
what
get
I'm
some of those
saying.
followers?
We need a honey guest spot on the next episode. We need
Yeah.
to come do a segment. Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
No,
as a
thank
guest.
you. I love it when
appreciate
you come because you always join in and it's fun and we get that little, that little vibe, the little new vibe. So I love it. Thank
I'm
you.
happy.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
me.
So hey guys, tune in next week. What's this marathon was one of the best. Marathon was that the Nipsey Hussle? What's marathon?
The marathon is his mixtape.
Okay.
And that's his store, Marathon Clothing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys, Instagram, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Share. Tell everybody. Join me. I need my views up. I need my sponsorships. I need my views up. Yeah, I'm going big and I'm going to act. I need help. Help me. Until next week, hey, guys, stay prayed up. Always stand for something or you fall for anything. Until next week, God bless.
Make money, give me my honey. Make money, honey. Make money, honey clouds, honey clouds, honey clouds, honey clouds, honey clouds, yeah. What's the trending topic? Who got the ears to the gossip? Which radio station is the hottest? And if it's sweet like honey, then